Welcome to Magic Gathering Strat. I'm Dan, and as you have noticed, I'm a bit limited right now on how much I can play because of non-magic related factors. So what I am hoping to be able to provide here is one game of Standard and one game of Trinket a day. But during the weekend this is even harder. But now I have a little time, so I'm gonna play a random match with Trinket, and I hope I'm not playing against Affinity again. But if I am, I'm gonna write an article about playing Trinket against Affinity, but this is the wrong account. Well, now we are on the right account. And let's go play some Pauper against a random opponent in the tournament practice room with your favorite Trinket deck. Okay, it's my favorite, I admit it. Maybe it is not even yours. But I hope you like it. As long as Fisher is around, Trinket will always be a gamble to bring to the dailies, but some people have forward with it lately. A lot of people actually, at least 3 that I know of. I haven't followed too closely. Let's see what we are going up against today. I have the super secret sideboard plan that I cannot share. That was one of the reasons I was admitted to show this deck to you, that I didn't share the sideboard plan. And I see a lot of people doing sideboarding mistakes with the deck. But I hope it still serves you well. So let's see what we're up against today. The last 2 random games I've played with Trinket were against Affinity, so I really hope it isn't Affinity. As usual, I'm playing on a weird hour. It's 10 a.m. GMT +1. That means that it's 1 a.m. on the west coast of the US. But here is Lara. Maybe it's Lara Croft. No, it's Tara. I have this beautiful, I just love almost all starting hands with this deck. And I just feel, oh, 2 Edicts, 1 Fume Spitter, what could possibly go wrong? Oh no, it could be the mirror. That would be a disaster because I can't show you the mirror. So let's hope it's some other kind of blue-black control deck. And that's pretty good because I have an excellent matchup against all blue-black control decks. The toughest one is the Stompy. And this very much looks like the Stompy. That just haven't found his Cloudpost yet. There are 2 videos on the channel of me beating the Stompy in a tournament. It is an interesting matchup where you have to realize that the Stompy has very few ways to win. And that we win by controlling the Stompy, not attacking it. We don't need to auto-yield, because we want to be able to use our Fume Spitter in response to something. He's duressing me. He should be taking the Undying Evil. If he doesn't have removal for the Augur. And he correctly took it. And we now have to kill off these guys, but we are not very happy about it. There is the Undying Evil anyway, so we now ignore the Seagate Oracles. It could be Ninja Teachings. It could be Ninja Teachings. We'll play it as if we don't know if he has ninja teachings or not. I still think it's the mirror post. We have a lot better chance of winning against ninja teachings. But this time he could get in a critical ninja deep hours, but he could do that last turn as well. So it's not... There is no ninja, which makes the mirror post more likely. Sipping some coffee. Muldrift there. That's really good news for us, because we're gonna destroy his hand now. Undying Evil. I hate when I do that. It's such an easy mistake to make. You have to get your stop sets right. And now the whole match is forfeit. Basically, it's a forfeit. I lost the match because I didn't do that correctly. And it's just such a shame, because now he gets 5 cards in his hand instead of one. And I wasted my Undying Evil. Yeah, I did this recently as well. You have to set the stop in the upkeep. And when first I played Trinket seriously in tournaments, I never took it away. Even when I played drafts, I never removed the stop. But the stop in the upkeep is so irritating. And now he didn't lose any cards from his hand, so we are in real big trouble. And he has saved counterspell mana here. I don't know what he's playing. I'm starting to think it's... But I get to resolve it. I'm starting to think he's playing ninja teachings and just didn't draw ninjas. Because at this time we should have seen a post of some sort. At least a glimmer post. Doomblade. Yeah, Marcus likes that in Trinket. I just have not seen why Doomblade should be any good in this deck. You don't really need Doomblade. We did of course consider Doomblade a lot when we chose the removal suite, but it didn't even make the top 5 removal spells. But my friend Marcus, who is a very excellent player, who has 3 4-0s with Trinket now, he plays 4 Doomblades in his sideboard. There is an article about his play on Magic Gathering Strat. God, I hope he doesn't have Undying Evil now, because then it will be embarrassing. But he's up to 4 cards here, and I'm out of cards. So unless I draw Grim Harvest, I feel that I will have a hard time grinding him out. But if I hadn't done my mistake again, I would not lose this match. This is super irritating, and I just hate myself right now. And I do way too many of these mistakes. So if you know a way to do less stupid mistakes when playing Magic, to check things before, if you know like a mental rule or something that people use, please let me know, because I want to get rid of that. I do it even in tournaments. As you saw, I miscounted. Yeah, it's ninja teachings, alright. And that is actually the very last matchup I have to cover with Trinket. So it would be really disappointing. Now I'm almost about to concede this, but he only has 2 cards in hand. This is such a good matchup, and I should crush this guy if I had done Undying Evil, Ogre of Skulls. But I didn't. I misclicked. Or I misset my... Ah, God! Sorry. Let me know if you have a way to get rid of my concentration problems. Or my just not thinking about things, because this makes me... Doing things like that makes me want to quit Magic. Because I'm just... Will I ever be able to compete as I once did in Magic if I keep doing this? Caps, Capsule is of course the card here because I have to get rid of the Ninja. Otherwise Capsule isn't very good against this deck. And somehow, despite doing all these mistakes, despite him drawing extra cards, etc., I seem to be... This guy is straight out from 2010. 2010 Ninja Teachings. When I asked people about this matchup, as it was the last matchup I needed to cover with Trinket for my big Excel table, this thing. No, I removed Ninja Teachings from the table because most of my sparring partners didn't understand what deck I meant when I talked about Ninja Teachings. Okay, now watch me outbrain this guy for his Augur. So here we have 2 Cryptrat activations. He just didn't regenerate. Okay, 1 card for him. I hope it isn't a Muldrifter. I would think it is a land or removal. Rager. Can even afford to put Ragers in his deck. But drawing the extra card here is very important to get out of deadlock. I want a Muldrifter or Grim Harvest. Grim Harvest is pretty much game here. Maybe I should not play the Aqueduct there because now he knows I have a land. And he knows Shitting Rat is affected. But if he draws a Shitting Rat, he will probably just play it. And finally, I lost the game because of my... Oh, a Ninja. Oh, Kiba Gang Shinobi. Well, he does more damage, so I think he's actually scary, but I would be a lot more afraid of the Ninja at this time. So another Rager. Now I have to block 2 of these. So that's very hard, isn't it? No, I can't survive. And that was a sad game. So now I better crawl back and take my revenge from making that critical mistake. The stop is set now, I just need to focus. Against his deck, we have a sideboard plan, because I faced this deck before in the ages past. Deep Analysis, Shitting Rats, these cards that often are not sideboarded in, shine in this matchup. They are some of the cards that were removed for the Doomblades. We do want this, or we almost want this life step, but we can't fit it. We do want the distress though. We are taking out 1 Spitter, that seems very little. 1 Spitter, 3 Slips. And a Capsule. So, 1 Deep, 2 Shittering, 1 Spellbomb, 1 Distress in, 1 Spitter, 3 Tragic Slips, 1 Capsule out. I can't remember the motivation here really, but we really thought about this sideboarding. So I know that sideboarding any other way is a mistake. Pretty much. And I will now focus and win this. This is another fantastic hand. It's also pretty duress proof, really. So it's Shitting Rat. Shitting Rat. Depending on turn 4, I have to decide if I have the land for the Muldrifter or not. If I don't, I will play the Trinket Mage on turn 4 to get the land. The discard here is inconvenient, but without Undying Evil it's not fatal at all, and actually I will make him discard more here with the Shitting Rats. His Ogre of Skull is a A 2 for 1, which the Chittering Rats are as well. I now have the mana for the Muldrifters. I can throw away the Trinket Mage. Though drawing the Life Staff now and playing it, which he has no defense for, is probably decisive. I'm getting rid of the Edict. I'm getting rid of the Chittering Rat. And I'm gonna play Trinket Mage Life Staff and then Muldrifter. And now, with the Muldrifter in my hand like this, I'm pretty immune to Chittering Rats. And not immune of course, but it doesn't hurt me at all as much as it would otherwise. Unless he can make me discard now and get the Muldrifter. Ninja Teachings normally don't bring in Distress, but Distress is a real powerful card here. And resolving this Life Staff is something that could mean game against him, as he has no way of interacting with it. We are happily trading here because we can't let ninjas attack us. And him killing our creatures doesn't mean a lot, while the problem here is that he could really have a counterspell. But no, we resolved the... Oh, we have Distress. Oh, now if you get the Life Staff, the Muldrifter and cast the Distress, we are really... There's not a lot happening. And now he saved his own Muldrifter. No, but if he had a Muldrifter, he would have cast it, right? Oh, we got to have that. I think there's no way I need to regenerate, so I'll cast the Augur. Check once again that I have the stop set right. I do have the stop set right. I move the Life Staff. Play the Terramorphic Expanse. His Augur won't do anything. I get the Swamp, so increasing my chance of drawing something useful. See how little basic lands I have left in the deck. Here goes the Trinket, the Augur, getting me the life, which is very important in this matchup. As I said, I am sometimes sideboarding. I do like sideboarding in the Life Staff, but there's just nothing to take out for it. So I only have one Life Staff, but if I resolve it, it does a lot of work. His hand is empty, so I don't need to fear Ninja. His graveyard is now empty. Some smart Ninja Teachings deck can run that spell. What am I thinking about? They can be running Grim Harvest. And Grim Harvest is just such an excellent card in this matchup. Seven black mana is death for him next turn. So I'll have to risk the Ninja. Or, yeah. He's disfiguring the Crypt Rat, saving himself, but giving me the life. Can this Muldrifter go all the way? Grim Harvest would be interesting. Rager. Well, it draws him something useful. He only needs one removal. I suppose he could do shenanigans with Augur if I draw Grim Harvest. I have to consider the Augur. But I'm still better off playing the land so he doesn't get to shitter me. Okay, he now has to draw so many lands. He now has to draw a removal spell or die. Or a Muldrifter. Or a Muldrifter draws a removal spell. We have considered Dimir Guildgate in this deck, and it's really bad. It's actually was quite easy to dismiss it after a while. Terramorphic Expanse and the other spells are just better. Or the other lands. Should be the Augur, maybe. Staring contest with the Muldrifter. But if he attacks with the Muldrifter, he wants to ninja it. God, I draw land, he drew Muldrifters. But I don't have many basic lands in my deck anymore. So I should be fine. It takes him a long time to damage me enough here. He has a 4-turn clock after this. And of course this card is just fantastic. Under the circumstances. Actually, will I kill a ninja? Or am I that afraid of a ninja? I don't think so. So now I can trinket, but what do I trinket for? Would I rather cast the deep analysis from the graveyard? I can only trinket for land here. So I think deep analysis is more useful, even though it does damage. I just need to draw a Crypt Rat. That hurts, but it doesn't hurt too much. It hurts just a little bit. Just enough to be a little nice. If you know what I mean. Whoa! Serious lack of blue mana. Now I'm taking quite some damage. But I do have the life staff resolved, as I said. So actually I think I'm fine here. I think I can recover from this quite easily. But now it's definitely a matter of not dying instead of killing him. And well, this could go. That's a good guy to get. So we are casting the Fume Spitter. Putting the life stuff on the Fume Spitter. Fume Spitting. Putting the life stuff on the Muldrifter. Getting back Bojuka Bog. And now life is a lot more comfortable than it used to be. Is it still the Muldrifter that I block? Not sure. It's the Muldrifter that is absolutely worst if he recurs, and I just have to live here and cast. But I want my Muldrifter to die, really, don't I? Mark of the Vampire. That was random. So that means I'm just blocking the Chittering Rat. I don't care a lot about his life total here, because in this matchup I am the control deck. Without a doubt, actually. So, sir, your graveyard. I hope you don't miss it too much. Muldrifter. Some removal spells, please. Fume Spitter. It's a good card. Let's use it. Kill that guy. Like that. Put the life staff on there. Cast the Chittering Rat. And now just double block the Mark of the Vampire guy. And then the Trinket Mage can block the other guy. We do still have lands left for the Terramorphic Expanses, right? Yes. Exactly 2. The problem is that he has a ninja. So the question here is, maybe I shouldn't block. I have 10 life. So I'll block that guy instead, and if he wants the ninja, he'll lose Mark of the Vampire. Oh, he didn't have a card in hand. Skillful, Dan! Really skillful! Okay, let's go win this thing. So there we go. We don't have any basic lands in the deck. We have the island. Oh, we have the swamp. Sorry, I'm just drunk at this point. So I'm getting the island here. Why would I get the island? I'm getting the swamp. And then I still have to cast the Terramorphic Expanse to get the island out. Then I will be drawing business every turn. Everything I will be drawing is business. I'm happy to have a situation where I have a Muldrifter. I should have moved the life staff. God damn it! Why didn't I move the life staff? Jesus Christ. Okay, calm down. I'm 5 minutes behind the guy. So that stresses me that I'm playing this slow. But I'm not really in any danger, am I? Let's go to 2 life. I should be doing a lot of business here. Wow. Okay. Ogre. Ogre. Crypt Rats. Bear with me here. Getting the island. Hitting. So, attacking. One of the ogres is going to die in glorious battle with the ninja. If he has Signing Blood now, that would be really awful. That would be a horrible way to die. But I have won the game and we are now tied. Despite me playing like an idiot, my deck is so powerful compared to his that... And my deck really feels like an updated version of his deck, but the Ninja Teachings interaction is powerful, and against a deck which gives it time, like Trinket does, it could be disastrous. But Trinket just draws too many cards and has too many grindy interactions to lose in the long run against his deck. I wonder if he brought in if he has a counterspell left in his deck. No. I haven't seen any counterspells from this guy. I'm still getting the black mana here to be able to cast Signing Blood, to be able to cast Chittering Rat. And I'm not particularly concerned about not having blue mana yet. If I don't draw the land, I will cast... setting up the Ogre is very powerful. And even if he ninjas this Seagate Oracle, of course he can ninja and remove the Ogre, but I want to hit him with the auger, so I'm taking the risk. It is either that or edicting the Seagate Oracle immediately. But now he got to do both things. But then of course I will just kill the ninja. Icequake, seriously. And Icequake will probably win him the game here because he hasn't figured out that running 4 land destruction spells is actually quite bad. And that's because like poker, Magic contains negative learning processes, that you do something stupid once, it works, and you think it's good. So in the long run, his Icequakes will be really bad against my deck, but in this particular scenario, right now, it's being awesome. Maybe I should have used it. Oh, actually his Icequake could cost him this game, but he is getting pretty good card advantage now, but not the ninja this time. But an Icequake. So that means we are getting the swamp again. And now we could take care of that Muldrifter. Do we want... No, we absolutely not want him to ninja it. And then we'll sign in blood next turn. If he hits his third Icequake in 16 cards, I'm in pretty bad shape. And he does! 4 Icequakes, 16 cards. I still luck out. And think about it. What if these Icequakes that he will really miss when I play the Aqueduct, what if they were creatures? What if he had played 3 Phyrexian Ragers here? Wouldn't that have been a lot better? And I think he's gonna lose because of his Icequakes. As I'm still getting going, being able to play a spell a turn, it's pretty much like a triple mulligan for him. I will have to kill that guy and I can't. But do you think his last spell is a removal spell? If it is, it still doesn't hurt me very much. Because I'm going for the combo! Okay, this is the critical moment. Cast 2 cards, got 3 cards out of it. He does Agony Warp it. So what happens now, card economy wise, is that I used 2 cards, I got 3 cards, he traded 1. So we have done a 2 for 2? I'm confusing myself. Anyway, I wasn't particularly hurt by it. And he's out of resources. He should have used this auger. Why didn't he use the auger? That's really weird. So now I'm really getting ahead of him. Maybe you can tell right now because it looks like he's getting ahead. But take a look at this. Hope he can't cast a spell. Is it successfully shittered? No, it's a removal spell. I'm still gonna use the life staff on the auger here because I don't want to get these cards augured. I'm gonna take the damage, risk the ninja, pay the ticket, take the ride. I'm 7 minutes behind this guy. I'm so slow. That's really embarrassing, actually. Playing slow, doing stupid things. But no ninja. And plenty of Grim Harvest action. So at the end of turn here, I can't really do anything. Do you have a removal spell this time? I hit you with that shit there. Life staff. I'll start the harvest business next turn. I'm getting the island here in case he draws the final the final Icequake. Oh, clever boy. Maybe he runs just one Undying Evil. Surprised I haven't seen it before. What do I get here? Well, first I get a Swamp. And I got the Swamp because I might be going for Crypt Rats. But I don't have to go for Crypt Rats because Crypt Rats arrive by themselves in the most glorious top deck. Okay, if you now stop top deck in business, we can get this game started. I know there is a Grim Harvest there. I don't like it. Because I have another one. Still a little bit too little mana, but I am of yeah, I gotta go for the Muldrifter here. And there is not a way I can cast it without risking it. So if it dies, it dies. He still needs to top deck the removal. Though his deck is full to the brim with removal. This Muldrifter could equally easily go all the way. Oh my god! So many options, but I think just casting the second Muldrifter here is a good thing to do. At this point I think I can lose the harvest without caring too much. But I do still have harvest mana here. I think I'm gonna sit back here for a turn actually. And enjoy the view. Ensuring that his ninja doesn't get through so he can start doing weird stuff to me. Nice! Okay, we still keep two Muldrifters back. Forcing him to draw everything the hard way. And he saw which way the tide was turning. Thank you for watching. I'm sorry I did so many mistakes. I wanted to cover this matchup for 4 months. But I did win, so I'm glad about that. And I hope you like the matchup. It's a very interesting matchup to play because it teaches you a lot about why Trinket Control is such a good deck and why Trinket Control has such a good matchup against other control decks. Because you just grind them out. And if you've seen the videos, I think even BorosKitty, the most grindy of control decks, is a deck Trinket can easily just grind out. So, thank you for watching. I'm Dan and I was playing Trinket Control. I finally ran into ninja teachings.